Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Redelineation exercise pending engagement sessions. Deputy Premier hopes that the Year of the Dragon bring prosperity to Sarawak. KPDN Sarawak seizes diesel tanker worth over 900,000 ringgit. An engagement session with all Gabungan Party Sarawak GPS component parties will soon ensue before the coalition submit its proposal for redelineation exercises to the Election Commission EC. Premier Sarawak Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg said the state government has been informed by the EC in regards to the revision exercise and that the commission will deliberate on the presented proposals.
Dan kita akan hantar kita punya cadangan. Prosesnya ialah engagement dulu. Ia memberikan semua parti, bukan GPS saja. Pasti dari pihak Suruhanjaya akan mengkajilah cadangan dan counter cadangan daripada kita.
He said this when met by reporters at Minister of Transport Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin's Chinese New Year open house in Miri on Monday. Asked whether the redelineation would also involve the Senadin constituency, Abang Johari said the matter would be decided by the EC. Previously, EC Chairman Tan Sri Abdul Ghani Saleh said Sarawak is due for a redelineation exercise as its last redelineation exercise was done in 2015. With a current population of over 200,000, Senadin State constituency has been rumoured to be one of the constituencies that will undergo redelineation exercise.
The Chinese New Year of the Dragon is expected to bring prosperity to the people of Sarawak. State's Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Douglas UGGAH said that the presence of various ethnic and religious communities at the state-level Chinese New Year open house at the Borneo Convention Centre Kuching BCCK on Saturday showcased the prosperity achieved in the state.
Tahun ini tahun Naga dan saya nampak sambutan tahun ini cukup meriah, khususnya sambutan perayaan peringkat negeri di BCCK yang dihadiri oleh Tuan Utama dan Yang Mahkamah Premier, dan ternampak seluruh lapisan masyarakat ada untuk melawat peresmian itu dan itu menunjukkan bahawa satu perayaan yang boleh tempat kita dapat menyatu padukan rakyat untuk kita sama-sama faham apakah culture, tradisi dan harapan dan Sarawakian. Dan itu saya ucap selamat tahun baru kepada semua. Kita berharap tahun ini akan membawa rezeki, membawa prosperity kepada semua rakyat.
He told this to reporters after visiting Councillor Walter Chong's resident in Spau on Monday. Earlier, UGGAH and his wife Datin Ama Dorin Mayang spent time visiting several homes of Chinese community leaders in Spau.
The Sarawak Domestic Trade and Costs of Living Ministry KPDN seized 430,000 litres of subsidised diesel valued at 924,500 ringgit from a tanker in Sungai Sarawak Barrage on Sunday. KPDN Sarawak Director Matthew Dominic Barin in a statement earlier today said the seizure was the result of a raid conducted by the Region 5 Marine Police. The case is being investigated under Section 21 of the Control of Supplies Act 1961 for unlawful possession of controlled articles. State Minister of Transport Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin highlighted that the role of political stability and ethnic unity in driving the vibrant celebrations in Sarawak. He stressed that the stable political climate in Sarawak and the unity among people of various ethnicities, religions and backgrounds are factors that enable joyous observance of festivities amidst a diverse population.
Dan nampaknya tahun ini cuaca adalah baik di Miri dan sambutannya lebih meriah lagi daripada tahun yang lepas. Dan tahun ini juga satu tahun yang sangat istimewa untuk perayaan Tahun Baru Cina kerana pertama kalinya Kerajaan Sarawak menganjurkan Tahun Baru Cina terbuka di Kuching. Inilah menunjukkan bahawa dengan jelasnya iaitu Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Tinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Jo adalah seorang pemimpin seperti apa beliau selalu kata, iaitu beliau mahu sesuatu inclusive society, seperti satu semangat kekeluargaan. Dan ini juga tetaplah dengan ada dasarnya, inclusivity ini memanglah tetap akan memperkokohkan lagi semangat perpaduan, muhibah dan keharmonian di Sarawak ini.
Meanwhile, in celebrating this year's Chinese New Year, he said it also became a sort of reunion for him and his family. All of them partook in Lao Sang, a traditional mainstay of every Chinese New Year celebration.
Menu yang kita memang adakan iaitu Lausen, iaitu di mana kita bersama-sama mengucapkan selamat maju jaya dan supaya tahun baru ini akan memberi kepada kita nasib yang lebih baik dan boleh mencapai kejayaan dalam pelbagai bidang.
He spoke to reporters after receiving a visit from Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Tinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, at his open house in Miri earlier today.
The 30-day visa-free policy for visitors from China has proven to be effective, with an influx of 35% of inbound tourists to Malaysia in the first month of its implementation. Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Datuk Sri Tiong King Sing, said that the visa liberalisation program has also been beneficial for both countries.
On the December, 1 month only, we increased Chinese tourists about 35%. Yeah, just like first day and second day. Even though yesterday there is one flight from Shenyang, there is about 276 or 100% tourists coming in. So that is proven that if we have the visa free, they give each a lot of conveniences for the both sides.
He told this to reporters when met during Progressive Democratic Party PDP Chinese New Year open house in Cebu today. Additionally, Tiong said his ministry aims to attract 7 million Chinese visitors to Malaysia this year. Meanwhile, Tiong said Malaysians should continue to preserve the unity and harmony enjoyed by all in this country for continued development. Speaking at the Progressive Democratic Party PDP Chinese New Year open house, the Dudong assemblyman noted that the spirit of togetherness is still evident in Malaysia's open house culture in conjunction with festive celebrations of its multiracial community.
Rumah terbuka sini di Cebu, Pulau Liwa ni sudah membuktikan satu kita punya perpaduan dan perharmonian. Kita mestilah negara kita sebagai multiracial dan agama, kita mestilah mau mencapaikan satu perpaduan. Kita jangan jadi rasis ataupun berkawan. Dan kita janganlah cerita bukan-bukan dalam masyarakat kita.
More than 10,000 people from the multiracial community attended the gathering. Members of the public also attended the open house hosted by the Dudong Sarawak United People's Party SUPP branch chairman Wong Ching Yong at the service centre in Jalan Aman.
The Chinese New Year is undoubtedly a meaningful occasion for those who celebrate it, as it offers a chance for families and relatives to gather together for reunions. Therefore, the head of the Chinese community in Miri, Temenggung Yung Voi Sang, took the opportunity to share the traditions and taboos in the Chinese community during this festive season.
Start from the first day of the New Year, so they don't touch any. So that means they have to be the vegetarian. Don't eat any other meat the day at the morning. After that, can go can eat anything. So this is also good for health. And then normally they start to work after the third day. First day, second day, no working. They may start to work on the third day. That's our tradition. After the New Year Eve, all the, you may say the including the rubbish we don't touch it. Say for example the fire cricket, we don't touch it, don't move it. Only after the first day, the second day, we can clear it. Yeah, this is our tradition.
He spoke to reporters when the Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, visited his open house to celebrate the Chinese New Year festivities on Monday. Yong said Abang Johari's presence at his open house demonstrated Abang Johari's inclusiveness in celebrating the Chinese New Year festivities with the Chinese community. He also noted Abang Johari's numerous achievements and contributions to the state during his helm.
First of all, I am very happy because our Premier come to visit our family. I feel that Sarawak, under the leadership of Yang Amat Berhad Premier, we have achieved very many fruitful this achievement.
According to Yong, the Year of the Dragon is believed to bring prosperity and success in many aspects of life.
Coming up right after the break, multiple government agencies in Johor Bahru receive bomb threats for new flight routes from China. Right here on TVS Nightline, stay tuned. Welcome back. Despite being the second smallest state in Malaysia, Penang closed the export industry on a strong note by being the country's top exporter in December 2023. Its Chief Minister, Chow Kon Yew, said Penang successfully contributed a total of 37.3 billion ringgits worth of exports in a month, while also maintaining its export momentum throughout last year. According to data by the Department of Statistics Malaysia, DOSM, Penang came on top throughout the month of June until December, mostly due to its electrical and electronics manufacturing industry.
Based on the track record, Chow said Penang is on track to record another excellent year in 2024, especially in terms of approved manufacturing investments. Last year, the state's approved manufacturing investments attracted a total of 35.8 billion ringgit of foreign direct investment, 6 times more than the countries attracted in 2022. This is equivalent to 42% of the major manufacturing sector in Malaysia. Among the countries that contributed the highest FDIs in Penang were the Netherlands, the United States, and Singapore, which contributed a combined 95% to the approved manufacturing investments in the state. He said this indicates a great economic outlook for the state, especially for the younger generations who are seeking opportunities in the manufacturing industry.
Malaysia has received several new flight routes from China that are being operated by local and foreign airlines in 2024. Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture Datuk Sri Tiong King Sing said that the airlines offering the new routes are China Eastern Airlines, Luong Air and Batik Air.
He said the new routes are Beijing Kuala Lumpur, Hangzhou Kuala Lumpur, Kunming Kuala Lumpur and soon to come, Zhangjiajie, Kuala Lumpur. According to him, Malaysia saw a 35% uptick in Chinese tourist arrivals in December alone, following the implementation of the visa-free policy in the same month.
On the December, 1 month only, we increased Chinese tourists about 35%. Yeah, just like first day and second day, even though yesterday there is one flight from Shenyang, there is about 276 or 100% tourists coming in. So that is proven that if we have the visa free, they give each a lot of conveniences for the both sides, bilateral.
Tiong said, Malaysia also provides free visas to other countries, and if there are no security concerns, the Ministry of Home Affairs are tasked with handling the matter. In 2023, Malaysia received more than 1.47 million tourists from China, an increase of 593.4% compared to the same period in 2022, with only 212,603 arrivals.
National diving queen Datuk Pandalela Rinong has no intention to call it quits after just falling short of securing a spot in the 2024 Paris Olympic due to lackluster performances at the recently concluded World Aquatics Championship in Doha, Qatar. She said that she believes she has no choice but to continue representing the nation as the backup divers are not yet at the world-class level.
When met by reporters at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport earlier today, Pandalela said the gap between her and her juniors in the 10-meter platform category is still wide, forcing her to fill the vacancy in the team. Pandalela also called for the diving development program to be enhanced in order to discover new talents for the sport. She said that she had previously brought up this issue after the women's diving category was excluded from the Malaysia Games, SUKMA, but it seems that her pleas have fallen on deaf ears. Pandalela, who secured a silver medal in the 2016 Rio Olympics, did not qualify for the Paris 2024 following an early elimination in the women's 10-meter platform individual event, placing 12th in the women's 10-meter platform synchronized event alongside Nur Tabita Sabri.
Malaysia condemns in the strongest terms of the large-scale offensive in Rafah, where millions of displaced civilians are seeking refuge. The Foreign Ministry said the inhumane assault will worsen the current humanitarian catastrophe, exacerbate tension in the region, and further derails effort towards immediate cessation of hostilities and permanent ceasefire.
Wisma Putra emphasized that the dastardly military operation clearly indicates the key goal by the Zionist regime to annihilate the Palestinians from their own land. It also clearly shows the regime's blatant disregard of fundamental principles of international law and a clear contempt of the rulings by the International Court of Justice on January 26 on the 6 provisional measures. According to Wisma Putra, Malaysia echoes the calls by the United Nations Secretary General for an immediate halt to the vile plan and urges the United Nations Security Council to take swift and decisive action to stop the massacre being perpetrated by the Zionist regime. Palestinian news agency Wafa reported that the Israeli attack on Rafah earlier this morning killed more than 100 civilians, including women and children, with hundreds more injured. About 1.4 million Palestinians are now in Rafah after the Israeli military forced a mass displacement of residents from the north to the south of Gaza.
Coming up next, marathon world record holder Kipton killed in car crash, and Dubai to launch aerial flying taxi service by 2026. Plus more world news on TVS Nightline after the break. And on to world news. Tributes flowed earlier today for Kenyan running sensation Kelvin Kipton after the marathon world record holder was killed in a car crash in his home country in Elgeyo Marakwet County. Police Commander Peter Mulenge reported that 24-year-old Kipton was driving from Kaptagat to Eldoret in western Kenya around 11 p.m. on Sunday when he lost control of his car. According to Peter, Kipton, who was the one driving during the incident, and his round one coach Gervais Hakizimana were killed while a female passenger was injured. Kipton exploded onto the marathon scene when he ran a world record 2 hours and 35 seconds in Chicago in October, taking 34 seconds off fellow Kenyan star Eliud Kipchoge's previous record. Ahead of Indonesia's presidential election this Wednesday, its candidates are posting light content on social media in a push to appeal to young voters, dressing up like Hollywood celebrities, organizing dance contests, and turning to live stream. In a country where millennials and Gen Zs make up half the voters, a candidate's defense minister, Prabowo Subianto, and former provincial governors Anies Baswedan and Ganjar Pranowo's ages range from 54 to 72. With the power to swing Indonesia's youth vote, TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms have become crucial tools in the arsenal of those vying to replace President Joko Widodo.
Indonesia is home to 278 million people, and 125 million are on TikTok alone. Facebook and Twitter were the dominant platforms in the 2019 election, but this time the Chinese-owned app has become dominant. After the first vice presidential debate last month, clips from the broadcast were viewed 300 million times in 12 hours on TikTok, with 3/4 uploaded by candidate-linked users. Videos of 72-year-old front-runner Subianto dancing have flooded Indonesian social media accounts, transforming his image from retired general to cute grandpa.
Sekarang ini Instagram dan TikTok ya, yang memang Gen Z milenial ini cenderung lebih menggunakan. Kalau Twitter mungkin ramai, hanya saja saya nggak tahu apakah implikasi ataupun apakah manfaat ke pergeseran pemilih itu ada atau tidak.
Baswedan, second in the polls, has gone viral for holding 2 TikTok live streams and endearing supporters by showing confusion over how to turn off the broadcast. Meanwhile, Pranowo, who was already active on Instagram and TikTok during his 2 terms as Central Java governor, has engaged in streaming duets with other prominent political figures and local TikTok influencers.
Swing voters ini banyak di generasi muda, generasi yang belum memiliki pengalaman politik, pemilih pemula, pemilih baru. Nah, ini yang kemudian sepertinya akan ada a big chunk atau bagian besar dari si pemilih pemula, dan mereka hadir di medsos. Jadi sudah sangat natural. Tinggal pasangan calon 03 itu ingin menunjukkan bahwa kami menghargai generasi muda dengan memberikan konten yang informatif tapi juga menghibur.
Indonesia will head to the polls for the presidential election on February 14th.
Dubai is set to become the first city in the world with a commercial electric aerial taxi service and vertiport network, following the signing of an agreement on Sunday to launch an aerial taxi service by 2026. The flying taxis will cut travel time significantly as the Emirates seeks to reduce urban traffic congestion.
Aviation S4 aerial taxi is part of Roads and Transport Authority's future mobility initiatives aimed at providing transportation services for both Dubai residents and visitors. The agreement signing was witnessed by Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, ahead of the World Government Summit, WGS. The innovative transportation service uses cutting-edge technology to facilitate the safe and efficient movement of individuals within urban areas. The initiative aims to integrate with Dubai's public transport network. Designed to accommodate 4 passengers in addition to the pilot, the Joby Aviation S4 is equipped with 6 propellers and 4 battery packs, enabling it to cover a maximum distance of 161 kilometers. With a top speed of up to 321 kilometers per hour, the aerial taxi is less noisy than helicopters. Its vertical takeoff and landing capability makes it efficient for urban environments, eliminating the need for extensive horizontal space typically required for conventional stations.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines, anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.